Hey guys, it's been a while. About 2 years since I made a video on this channel. A lot has happened. But today we're going to be talking about what's with black conservatives and liberals. Honestly, what like was on the BAIO Afghanistan, live stream the previous night, last night, whatever you want to call it. And it was a question there. And think I don't feel like I was very concise on staying on that topic, so I just want to do pretty much a follow up live stream or follow up video about it. Hold on, I gotta share this to get it out to the family out there. But yeah, I don't feel like I was very concise about this. So again, what's with black conservatives and black liberals? That's a very good question. Because what does a black conservative conserve, right? Before you even get to the liberal part, what does a black conservative conserve? Is it white values? Because it usually seems like that. Like they just uphold what white people deem to be, valuable in the conservative sense. No abortion and suppose sex, no sex before marriage because of Christianity and a meritocracy that doesn't exist, and hard work gets results, and which in America doesn't really mean much either when you actually know, or not even just know, just watch, just watch. But what does a black conservative conserve, and how, in an American sense, how does being a black conservative in America actually benefit black people? Because we've been here for what, 500 plus years, and if you go by the ADOS and the FBAs, it's been longer than that. So what has being conservative actually gotten black people? Which there's something to be said that they say black people are kind of conservative already. With going to church and their views on, I guess, sexualities and shit like that. But how has that helped black people? In my honest opinion, it really hasn't. At least not in the sense of, being conservative for American standards. Because we all know, America's pretty much one big ass lie. It has the veneer of the shining light on the hill. It likes the propaganda of being that great hope and give me all your huddle masses, and you just gotta have these value systems of based in these religions, and you make it just fine. When in actuality, you kind of you get left in the dust unless like you're ultra rich. And even then we've seen, no matter where black people lean on the spectrum, they get shit on. No Negro in America holds the power of any actual power. It's more like they've been given they've been given the quote, like, temporary, uh I guess, stones of power, the temporary Thanos glove, where you think you can actually snap and make shit happen, when in actuality, as we've seen, what Kanye just got banned. Kanye's what, a millionaire, if not more, and his ass just got banned all over the fucking place. Why? Because he's espousing, I guess you could say, conservative think tank values, which has done what? Honestly, nothing. He got him attention. Maybe his sales on Yeezys or his new album might, get some traction, or people might go to his church now. But other than that, how is that benefiting black people in America as a whole? It doesn't. Also conservative minded when you go to the red pill podcast and think tanks, like, I guess, fresh and fit or whatever the fuck. How is that actually helping anybody? It doesn't. because they just take it to an extreme measure, trying to mimic other people like Ben Shapiro or Jordan Peterson or whoever else is popular at the time for white conservative thought. So again, I ask, what is a black conservative conserve? What are they conserving? How is being a black conservative benefiting anybody? How is constantly voting Republican down ticket doing anything? What is that gonna do? It's not doing anything for anybody. It might get you some clout when you make a video, saying, "Hey, yeah, this is such and such tutorial," or this is this podcast, so it'll get you some clicks and views because there's an audience for it. But beyond that, what tangible results does it have for the masses of 50 million black people? They said to exist in America, 50 million of black people in America. How was that? How was that happen? Like, what's the tangible results? So with that being said, I just want to show you something real quick from which pretty much I guess they're right. They started out real Pan Africanist and Prince of Pan. Not, and I'm not talking about the living meme which Umar Johnson has turned into. It's the other guy, Dinas Demir, who pretty much went over to the continent. He's all about being on the continent, getting your shit together, then went to like Forex kind of stuff. Then all of a sudden now he's voting Republican because the Democrats are so bad. As you know, your solution is the other white guy smiling in your face, I guess, even though that's never benefited. But let me share this real quick. Because when you start espousing certain kind of views, it's just like, bro, you going too far. Take a step back, right? So here we go. This one is pretty much, he mentions Hillary Clinton and how he's upset that people forgave Hillary because she's a Democrat. They forgave Hillary about the super predators comment. And here we go.
Remark: you forgave Hillary after the super predators remark, which, you know what, I'm sorry to say, turns out to be true. Some of y'all are super predators. Some of y'all are tearing up our community, which is a problem. So I'm sorry. Hillary Clinton had a point. Listen, Hillary Clinton actually had a point. Some of y'all are tearing up the community. Some of y'all are super predators. Y'all tearing stuff up. So you let her keep her seat. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Nuri's not getting any support from the people at all. But again, they continue to omit, the liberal left, they continue what's going on in California. Do you see what is going on in California right now? I'm very aware of what's going on. And listen, I'm not, the remarks Nuri made about the child was wrong. But everything else, I'm not mad. See, Hispanics, the Latino community, they want power. The Asian community, they want power. Black folks, we want to goof around. We want entertainment. We choose entertainment over power. Black folks choose entertainment over power. What she said about that kid was wrong. Leave kids out of it. But everything else, look, you can't be mad at her. You can't be mad at them. They want power. And I don't blame them because black people aren't serious. Black folks want entertainment. We want no voting, no fucking. We want Bill Clinton's saxophone. We want vote or die and little catchphrases and slogans.
All right, I'll stop that there. So to pretty much put it in context, right? Now I agree that black people, almost in general, aren't really worried about gaining power in America, right? So yeah, I agree with that. In the context of black people need to get their shit together, but not in a way where we just start voting Republican like that's gonna solve the issue, especially before. Hey, what's up, Ty? Uh, especially before when you were all about getting people to Nigeria and getting your ECOWAS passports, come hit up the Cash App, and I'm pretty sure you saw the lower third on the screen. Or hit up that Cash App. Here's the Patreon. Send me that money so we go on the tour and do what? Like what are you advocating for? And then you move on to the Hillary Clinton comment. Oh yeah, she had a point. You're super predators, leaving out the whole actual history or and context of that, right? Leaving out the whole history and context of it. So it's pretty much of you got the super predators, Hillary Clinton said, and that was used to pass a bill called the crime bill, which didn't lock up super predators. The last time I checked, wasn't no Negro out here a supervillain. Wasn't nobody Bane, wasn't nobody Thanos, wasn't not a black person, the Riddler, Lex Luthor. They weren't locking up super predators and tearing up communities. What community? Like black people just live here. There's no real communities if you really think about it. They just live there. They just live there. And I grew up in a black neighborhood. I've never seen motherfuckers just come outside with hatchets and saws and hammers and shit and just start tearing shit up. What I've seen was people getting pushed to the brink, whether their own ignorance or their own or their situation is just not panning out right. Where you have people selling drugs or violence happening, people fucking each other up, or being shot, which happens all over the country. Plus, at that time, and even current, violent crime has been going down. Usually, when you're in a decent standard of living, you don't really have much violent crime. You still have crime, it's just a different type of crime. Which you start getting crime like white collar crimes, which for some reason they don't really report that as in the crime stats. It's just look at them niggas over there shooting each other up. They're so criminals. So again, Hillary Clinton, if you actually know the whole context of it, never had a point, did not have a point. She was only saying that because she's just as racist as fucking Bill Clinton and was Dementia Joe. I wrote the damn bill, Joe, who, if you actually study any history, know that he pushed Reagan to the right on mass incarceration. So no, they weren't going after super predators. Most people, if you actually do the research, look it up yourself, is more people in jail for non-violent drug offenses than actual violent offenses. Now, I'm not saying there was nobody being violent. Yeah, it's the world. We live in reality where a fist to the face is a thing. So yeah, there was violent. There was plenty violent people, but majority of the people weren't being locked up for violence. It was more of just non-violent drug offenses. All right. So then we'll go on to this to put in even more context. Give me a moment. Let me get this up. All right. Add this to the stream. Here we go.
Put into the slot, and everybody that was Republican got my vote. Okay, if you have Republican,
matter of fact, I'm going to back it up for you. I'm going to back it up for you for a little bit.
There was no suppression, no voter suppression. I literally pulled up to a voting poll or polling station, whatever you want to call it, in the black community. And listen, there was no suppression. I literally walked in, showed my ID, filled out a form. I did. I voted for Herschel Walker. Yes, I did. I voted Republican all the way down the line, down ballot Republican. All right. If you have Republican attached to your name, you got Donnie Samir's vote. But let me tell you how easy the process was. All right. No voter suppression. I pulled up, parked my car, and where I voted, predominantly black. I voted in Union City, Georgia. You know, I live in Atlanta. I voted South. Well, Union City is considered kind of Atlanta, but it's in you. No, is that considered Atlanta? South Atlanta. We'll just say I voted in South Atlanta. Listen, I pulled up, parked my car off of Flash Shows Road, off of Flash Shows Road, 85 South. That's where I make a right. The library on the right. I think that's Union City. Again, I believe that's Union City. Hold on, let me look this up real quick. Library, Flash Shows Road. Yeah, is it Union City? Yeah. Place to my gym was a library off of Ponce de Leon. Again, it was a library off of Ponce de Leon. Now that's a predominantly, I guess you could say, white area. And not that line was long. Again, that line was long. So listen, I left. I had to pick somebody up, take them home, and they lived in Fulton, South Fulton County in Union City. So then I just went on to this library in Union City, and I voted there. Was in and out 10 minutes. No voter suppression. You know, no white supremacists telling me I can't vote at the front door. None of that. Walked in, showed my ID. Morningside Park area. No, it was off of Ponce. A mile before you get to Highland. So you pass the Kroger, Atlanta. Y'all know Murder Kroger's. You pass there, cross over. And so I went there, that out of the library, almost somewhere else. So I had to go take a friend home. She stays on and voted at this library off of Flash Shows. Herschel Walker declined to participate in the recent senatorial debate yesterday. Yeah.
All right, I'll stop that there. So, you saw the title of the video, all right? So nobody can say, hey, you left this out. Yeah, I started at a certain point and ended at a certain point because he's just babbling on about taking a friend home who also, I guess, voted for babble mouth Herschel Walker. And this is what I mean with the black conservatism. What the fuck is a vote for Herschel Walker going to do for black people? Herschel Walker talk like he needs somebody else to tie his Velcro shoes. Herschel Walker, CTE is a hell of a thing, and I'm pretty sure that man is a victim of it. But why would you vote for somebody who's clearly fucking brain damaged? That also goes for Joe Biden. Like, why you knew this motherfucker was in decline, and people still voted for him. But right now, the black conservative shit, nigga voted for Herschel Walker, and Republicans down ticket. Now, how is that a search for freedom? What the hell is voting Republican down ticket going to do? What will Republicans offering black people other than, but we're not Democrats? Which Democrats go, well, we're not Republicans. You know, we smile in your face when we bullshit you. They just give you the frown. You don't want to vote for a smile in your face. This is the shit I don't understand with black conservatism. What the fuck is the point? What is the point? How are you gonna be captain, Nigeria? I'm a prince and all that, and having motherfuckers give you money again, the lower third. Give me some money, donate, hit the Cash App, fam. Gotta get that bag up to go to Nigeria again, so I can show you how good is over there. But hey, why are you over here? Vote Republican because Democrats exist. If you can understand that Democrats saying vote Democrat because Republicans is an asinine line, then it has to be also on the other side of the aisle. How does this help black people? Hopefully, I can get an answer to that, so that way, we can sit down and ponder on the answer and break it down, because I can't think of anything. Everybody who's Republican got my vote. Why? What are you getting for your vote? What are you getting for your vote if you vote down to the Republic? What has anybody ever gotten for their vote? Even Republican voters haven't actually gotten anything from their vote from constantly voting Republican, which is the funniest shit ever. Hardcore conservatives in the ideology of family values, religion, not actual like fiscal conservatives. Not, hey, we don't want to fuck the country up, so we shouldn't go. I would say so far left to where there's no lines in the sand drawn or shit like that. Like, hey, we shouldn't be all in for this fucking war here or putting troops on the ground. Like, no, I would say, I want to say like conservatism that would make sense. I guess nationhood is off the table. Like I mentioned in the signal trap chat, where I wanted to just get a bunch of clips of this dude and like Lester Jenkins together, but I didn't want to melt my brain cells off. So I'm guessing, to answer your question, nationhood is off the table. Just hit up the Cash App so I can go to Nigeria and cake off on your donations and show you how good it is over here. Yes, things are worse. Yes, things are worse than you thought. But back to the conservative thing, I would say, if I had to think of what conservatism meant, you can serve your nation. You can serve the livelihood of the people within your nation. So now, if black people had a nation of their own, right? Say Liberia, for instance. Shout out to Liberia Forward. Black people should be conservatives in the sense that you want to build up the nation, put it on the world stage, not in a religious sense that we got to follow this religion or follow this certain type of ideology, nothing as conservative as American conservatism. Not like that. Just, you want to conserve a positive status quo that you have built for your people. Versus here, the status quo. What you got motherfuckers saying abortion need to be illegal, and I want to. Was it Tilla the baby killer, shit like that. Is all reduced and placed into nonsense, which doesn't conserve anything, because white people conserving their nation because they it makes sense that for them to be conservative in America, because they conserving the bullshit that's already here. Is already bullshit. They conserving that bullshit. They're not trying to actually make it better. They just conserving the bullshit that already existed. The negative status quo. Whereas black people can be conservative in a way to, hey, we want to help black families flourish. We want black children to flourish. We want to conserve the values to instill in black children to be the future of black people, whether it be on a continent or wherever else in the world. That kind of conservatism would make more sense, because it's not hung up on an ideology of religion or couched in hatred for other people because you're jealous somebody else might do slightly better than you, that as we can see here with the conservatives here in America, which is just batshit fucking insane. But then well, let's get to the liberal side. I suppose about time to get to that, right? Let's question that. So I want to, now you've seen, pretty sure everybody's seen, if you have a Twitter or even a Facebook, it's kind of hard depending on the avatar, right? Well, you've seen Haitian avatars all over the fucking place. Then remember when France was on fire, pray for France because the church was on fire there, or where we stand with Ukraine. But anytime something happens to black people, there's never a flag. Like black people across the seas, there's never a flag or anything. But they'll put up some French shit and some Ukrainian shit, which is odd, but when you know the psyche of the American made Negro, it's not too odd. But Let me share this real quick so you guys know what I'm talking about. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys know what's happening. Heard of what happened in Haiti, maybe. Honestly, not a lot of mainstream media is talking about it. But once again, America is trying to go to Haiti to fight the quote unquote gangs because America labels everybody doesn't like or that's against its own corporate interest, a thug or a gang member. And I haven't seen any, hey, don't invade Haiti, stop imperialism in Haiti, hashtags, no talk about it on Facebook, no talk about it on Twitter. Haven't seen it at all. And I have a pretty kind of all over the place YouTube homepage because if you watch one video, then you get you know told watch this video or shown this video. So it's not really leaning any one side. Not really leaning any one side. But I haven't seen it really anywhere else. So let's share this. So now, when it comes to the liberal side, and you got to keep voting Democrat and Democrat and Democrat, and you can see here, Haitian workers fight for a higher minimum wage suppressed by Clinton's State Department. Now you would think, a lot of the Democrats who want justice, we want justice, and then the other people that has we want transformative justice, whatever the fuck that means. We want transformative justice for us. You think they'd be bringing this up, considering that America is about to coup Haiti again? Now, according to memos obtained by WikiLeaks in 2008 and 2009, which when WikiLeaks was going against Bush, WikiLeaks was the shit. It was the bee's knees. It was the fucking the top fucking cheese on the shelf. Like it was everything. The minute WikiLeaks tried to expose, or not try, but expose the other side of the aisle for its corruption, all of a sudden Julian Assange is no longer journalist. He's now a Russian cohort. He's working for the Kremlin and all that other stupid shit. But yeah, clothing factories and industrial park in Haiti's capital, were closed Friday and have remained shut for 3 days as thousands of garment workers have taken to the streets demanding a raise in minimum wage. Now, this isn't recent. This is published May 22nd, 22nd of May, 2017. Amid a depreciating currency and rising cost of living, because we know Haiti's been through a lot of shit with the French making Haiti pay for how dare you want to get free. Nigga, you want to get free? You got to pay these slaves. You got to pay the people that enslaved your ass to be free. Then you had the Clinton Foundation bullshit. All kinds of crazy shit. But I'm gone. A Friday protest which first shuttered the factories occurred days after a significant increase in the price of gasoline. Now, have you seen when the price of petrol goes up, which is gasoline, for some people that don't know, when the price of that goes up, everything goes up because there's so many items that you have in your home. There's so many items that are in restaurants, like your takeout containers, your forks and your sporks and your plastics, your Vaseline, that you don't get fucked with because neither side of the aisle cares to fuck you with at least a little bit of lube. When that goes up, everything goes up. And of course, when gasoline goes, people got a right to be upset. What the fuck? And of course, they're gonna protest because now they can't afford random shit. Now they wasn't even affording a lot in Haiti at the point any goddamn way. Now, according to memos obtained by WikiLeaks in 2008 and 2009, the U.S. State Department blocked a proposal for a minimum wage increase in Haiti. In 2009, while Bill Clinton was setting up one of the family shell companies in New York, because that's how rich motherfuckers operate. In the same year, Hillary Clinton was at the State Department working with U.S. corporations to pressure Haiti not to raise the minimum wage to 61 cents an hour from 24 cents. Do you see it? 61 cents an hour. That's fucking prison labor wages. That's just prison labor wages. Niggas is probably making more than that stamping license plates right now. But still, that's minimum wage of 61 cents. And she went ahead to stop a whole, it's not even a full dollar. It's just 61 cents. It's barely over half. You're not even meeting a full dollar. And then we look with the I'm with her people. Hillary Clinton knows best. You got to be with Hillary because, the Republicans going to fuck you. The Republicans going to be bad for everything. Well, obviously, the fucking Democrats during the Obama years was bad for black people in Haiti. Now, black liberals, what the fuck? I mean, you still now none of your squad members or whoever else are even talking about telling telling their fellow cohorts in the in politic land, maybe we should leave Haiti alone. None of them. None of them. They all voted for sending Nazis money in Ukraine. Now they moving on to fucking China because Ukraine's like, well, it's kind of a foregone conclusion with Ukraine. We're still washing money there, but we ain't gonna actually win that war. So now we're gonna start one up with fucking China, and with the proxy of Taiwan. So don't be surprised if you see a color revolution in Taiwan. Like they try to pull one off in Hong Kong, where you had Hong Kong is trying to separate from China, and all these randomly heavily funded people are taken to the streets. And there's a color revolution, and the CIA has all the hands in it, as they've always had hands in it since the CIA's fucking inception. But all right, quote: "It's gotten to the point where I can't take care of my son. I don't see any future in this," said Esperancia Manavo. Hopefully, I said a fucking name right. A garment worker who belongs to the Gastra Union told the AP. Workers are demanding 800 Haitian gourds per 8-hour week. That roughly amounts to $12.47 a day. They now earn 300 gourds or $4.67. Hey, Black Libs, where are you? Where you at? Where you at on this? Where you at on this, Black liberals? Because I honestly, you should be up in arms and Haitian flags all over the fucking place since did for justice and the right thing. I guess if like Haiti was just hella gay, it might be cared about, but since it's not, it's hella black and not hella gay. Not every dude trying to be a woman. Nobody cares. But yeah, the workers fought for years to move the wage to US $5 or 61 cents per. It's all right. That's enough of that. That shit just it's just annoying. That's just annoying. Is where the liberals at? They know where to be found. Where the black libs? They know where to be found. Other than if you want to talk about theory, did you read Marx and did you read Lenin? They want to talk. They want to be like the white libs and just choke on theory all fucking day. Where the only theory you should be reading, if anything, is not even a theory. It's a book called The Blueprint for Black Power by Amos Wilson. That should be a Bible for black people. If you want to put it in terms of theory, it's a theory on how black people can and should go about gaining power. Not just mentally masturbating on Twitter all day. Having no real tangible fights to gain tangible goals. Blueprint for Black Power. That'll show you how, to get some power and actually get justice instead of going with somebody else's ideology and just falling for the bullshit. But you want to see firsthand, like you can even look this up on TikTok itself. TikTok is this is a massive tumor. It's a massive brain tumor, and I don't know if the Chinese intended for it to wind up like this, or it's or it was just an ancillary thing. Like, oh shit, look, it's rotten motherfuckers' brains in the West. This is what black libs are pretty much up to, and just prepare your brain. Like if you feel some drippage out of your nose, it just sniff up real hard because that might be a couple cells just trying to leak out. And that's basically the black liberal right there. That's the culmination of the black liberal without the hair, all the face tattoos, and angry at people that are skinny, because right now fat phobia is a thing. Well, it's not really a thing. Nobody's ever been scared of fat people, but the left libs. I can't even say the left. I don't want to say the left. The liberal class. That they're on that. And here's another. Here's another one, which is mind-boggling, because who is this liberating? Because I'm pretty sure the word liberal is based in liberation. Who's being liberated by this? Who? Because ugh. As she chews like a fucking cow in the goddamn field, these are where the black liberals are. As she chews like a fucking cow in the field. Niggas lifestyle roll toes. And so if you being called fat doesn't bother you, why do we keep seeing video after video of you being bothered by people not even calling you fat, just not having you as an actual preference? Here's another. Is this? It just gets worse. It gets worse. Now that is the stupidest fucking question, and they probably in high school. They're probably in high school. Uh, and we all been through high school, so we know how people in high school actually think. They go by looks. So what else do you have in high school? You're not a fucking billionaire yet. You ain't a millionaire. You know, if you got the latest kicks and technology, your parents bought it for you, so you don't really have anything yourself as a male, right? In high school, so or even a female. What do you guys have? You just hoping you can put together a nice wardrobe, right? And try and be in the cool kids clique. This chick here wants to say, the guys in her high school, it must be fat phobic because she's still single. Maybe, just maybe, people have a right to have a preference that doesn't include fupa. 10 tons of fupa might be a lot for a few people. But again, this is where the left has gone. Well, sure, I guess the left. I don't really want to call it a left because there's nothing in this liberalism that's liberating anybody. Is If you think about it, it's just another version of authoritarianism, which conservatives slash right American right wingers are. Yeah, exactly, like fat phobic, and is because if you don't want to date this chick who needs a size 70, you're fat phobic, and that is the left, that is the liberals, the American left, which there's really no left in America, but this is the American version of the left, and this is where Negroes are right now. If you ain't asking for cash apps for horrible dating advice, and everything's a red pill and the MGTOW, and hey bro, you want a circle jerk to us hating women, or if it ain't, everything is rainbows and drag queen tails and anal beads, there's something wrong with you. Well, black people, what are you doing with this? Where's this taking you? Where is this taking? How is this the future of anything at all? How is that getting on what they call fat top, crying about skinny niggas you skinny bitches need to die? You must be fat phobic if you don't. Oof. All right, here's one more. Here's one more. And this is like a combination of different videos, and it's kind of just it's a little much. All right, you saw that shit. You saw with the Negro that looks like it's Pat. It's if anybody's ever seen or heard of the movie, just type if you haven't, just type in "it's Pat" and you in Google or whatever search engine, and you will not understand what the fuck I'm talking about. What what is this liberating for Black people? What is it liberating? Hell, going on Twitter and you just look at the so-called, Black leftist, so-called leftist groups, liberal groups. One, for example, used to be called the Fred Hampton leftists. Literally had two white people join the group because it was all about how communism is this, and Fred Hampton worked with the racists to get this and that, right? Because the Black Panther people think the Black Panthers is a little black and white thing. Like it's just either black or white about the Black Panthers. It was this way or this way. Now there's a lot of nuance because again, it's America, color revolution shit, just having his hands in anything that it deems a threat to it being the world's biggest piece of shit and getting everything. It's just it needs all of everything. Once they have everything, it's not enough. They need more, right? So of course they fucked with the Black Panthers, and the groups are splintered off, and a bunch of them died from being fucking drug addicts and all this other shit. Because while the Black Panthers did some decent things, they kind of just hung up on fucking Maoist theory and shit. Because fuck theory. One of the good things they did was start a student lunch program, but now come to modern day thinking, that helped some Black people, but since a bunch of stuff happened, nothing actually has progressed from the Black Panthers from there. But anyway, group called the Fred Hampton leftists had two white people come in. Then these two white people proceeded to kick out a Black founding member. Proceeded to kick out a founding member. How do you let that happen? So then there was some backlash online about it. Then all of a sudden, Fred Hampton leftists doesn't exist anymore. Now it's the Revolutionary Blackout Network. And what do? It's just complain. Just complain. That's it. They complain, and the main thing is, oh, we need a third party. We need a third party, and all this. If we it's like, all right, Black liberals, okay, Black leftists, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, Black theory readers and Marxists and Leninists and communists. Why not? Why not try and form a Black political party rather than just hashtagging online and crying about, shit. This just shit in general. How about that? How about that? Take the ballot or the bullet initiative. If we can't have the ballots, I guess we're gonna have the bullets. Do something that could lead to actual tangible things, like having a nation of your own, rather than waiting for other people. Oh, we need a coalition of these people, and hopefully they like us, and the coalition of these people, and hopefully they like us. And no, it's been high time for Black people to just, I guess, be a little bit of isolationist like China was back in the day, but when it got its shit together, and now it's pretty much the second world superpower, probably had more first, more like I guess 1.2 or 1.5 superpower right now. Because America's going into sugar. But how about do that? Because what are you liberating? What are you a liberal about? You voting Democratic down ticket constantly isn't doing anything. You complaining about Republicans because plenty of black liberals love bitching about fucking Republicans. Okay, Republicans are shit. Now what? You gotta vote for the Democrats though. Every time Democrats get in power and do the same shit Republicans do, now there's an excuse. Like when Obama did damn pretty much nothing for black people, but then they had the excuse of, oh, he not the black president. Oh, he everybody president. But he had a bunch of legislation for the gays, so much so that he was called the first gay president. Again, what are you liberating? What are you doing? What is your end game in America as a black liberal? To get more pronouns to be used? More bullshit that doesn't actually move the dial to progress. Because it's calling somebody ma'am when they have a Sir's Adam's apple. That doesn't get humanity further into the future positively. If anything, is just a smokescreen for some social bullshit. Like there's energy crisis, there's water crisis. Like majority of America doesn't have clean drinking water, like purely clean drinking water. Most of America doesn't have, especially in black neighborhoods. Somebody using the correct pronoun doesn't fix the lead in Flint, Michigan, or Jersey, or like Trenton, New Jersey, or Chicago, Illinois, or any other fucking city where there's a heavy black population. Reading theory, just constant theory on theory and mental masturbation about what Lenin and Marx and what a Trotskyite is, and what's a tanky. That doesn't really move the dial for black people at all. I'll tell you what moves the dial for black people: having your own, formulating a base of operations outside of a place like this. You need a base of operations outside the West, and I would suggest the continent of Africa. Africa has some up and coming. You can just do your own research to find out the countries you can. Hey, Africa's up and coming, and it can use talented people, which a lot of American Negroes claim to be. And I'm not talking about beatboxing or shitty raps and spinning on your head. Well, a STEM field. Oh, you got a degree in computer science? Hey, Africa needs fucking better internet infrastructure. Like, oh, you got a degree in biochemistry? Hey, Africa could use that. You got a STEM degree and a useful degrees. I'm not talking about fucking fine art and the masters in fine art and in liberal arts and gender studies. I'm not talking about useless shit. Shit people can actually use those type of things to move the dial for black people, which you claim to care about. And like the conservatives, you already know what they want to move the dial to some bullshit. The black conservatives conserve nothing other than white American conservative white ideology, which doesn't push the dial towards any kind of progress for nobody in America or humanity. It pretty much look like the Handmaid's Tale, because they don't actually conserve anything positive. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, religious machismo bullshit. Like, I don't know any how else to put it. It's just trash. While liberalism is just the other side of the pile of shit coin. Take a turd and split it in two. Paint one red and paint one blue. Push it together. You have a half red, half blue turd. Swirl it together. You got a purple turd. Still no actual progress. It's a different color. It's still no actual progress. Black liberals, what the fuck is your actual plan? What are you actually going to liberate other than somebody's gender? That's the hot new thing now. But before it was really just kind of crying about white people being racist, and that has it's still there, but it's not at the forefront of fat phobia and misgendering and pronoun usage and all these sexual flags. And do you have anything that can actually improve society? Anything that actually improve Black society? Again, the continent of Africa is waiting. The answer's right there. Hey, the BAIO is actually waiting for people that's not hung up on conservative or liberal bullshit. Give the BAIO a try. BAIO Africstan.org. Maybe sign up. It's a free website. Nobody asking for your Cash App. Nobody saying hit the Patreon. Sign up for the website. Yeah, you got to be Black. That might be a surprise to some of you libs. Yeah, you got to be Black. We have standards here, and show us what you have to offer, because we already have boots on the ground on the continent. We have boots on the ground. We have our own think tank. We just need Black people to actually want to progress and actually liberate themselves from the apparent bullshit. And I'm not talking about just mental masturbation of fucking books that really don't do anything for you as a person, as a Black person in your life. All right. Well, about almost an hour. So I'm gonna end this. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.